Good morning, and this is for the benefit of people who are not watching on Facebook. I'm about to go live on Facebook, which is why, let's see, uh, I'm about to go live, and this is the first time I'm trying this, so it's all experimental, so do bear with me. I will introduce myself in a moment. I'm just welcoming you to this very, very, very first live stream, which is called Notes to My 50-Year-Old Self. And there I am. I see myself there live. I'm going to turn down the volume. My very first live stream here on Facebook. And those of you who are not watching on Facebook, this is my first in this series called Notes to My 50-Year-Old Self. And I'm going to just invite you to just please bear with me today. This is the first time I'm doing this. I'm going live via Zoom through Facebook, and I'm just trying a whole load of things at the same time. And I'm going live really early in the morning, sort of like 8 o'clock in the morning, which is very early for me. I've never gone live this early before. So welcome to Notes to My 50-Year-Old Self. For those of you who've never met me before, who don't know who I am, my name is Taiwo. I am a transformational coach, trainer and writer, and the founder of The New 50, which is aimed at people who are approaching or at midlife. And we help you to reclaim your power. I told you I was dopey. Reclaim your power, step out of your comfort zone so you can create a next chapter with authenticity, with confidence, and without worrying what others think of you. Like I said, this is the very first of the Notes to My 50-Year-Old Self, which I don't know why I decided I normally go live maybe around lunchtime or later on in the day, but for some reason this morning I was called to do it really early. So if there's somebody out there who is who this is speaking to, then there's obviously a reason that that I'm on live this morning. Now I'm trying to do two things. If you're going to make some comments, there might be a bit of a delay because I'll have to be looking at my Facebook, my other device, to check if there are any comments. But please do leave any comments if you want to leave comments. So what is this? Notes to my 50-year-old self. Well, I am kind of the other side of 50. I'm not so close to my 50-year-old self anymore, but a few weeks ago my sister turned 50, and I was thinking about it and thinking about what it was like for me when I was 50. And on her birthday, people were putting all these messages on her on our family WhatsApp and stuff like that, and it was all wishes for the future, and we all wished her the best for the future and whatever. But I was thinking about, well, if I wanted to tell her, give her words of wisdom or something, or tell her about what I learned since I hit 50, what would I say? And it just struck me that I couldn't really say anything, because from what I realized with talking to friends, talking to clients, talking to just people generally who are going through this midlife journey, it's different for everyone. And so you can't say to somebody, well, this is what it's going to be like. All you can say, or I felt that all I could do was speak from my experience. One of the things that I do, I get up really early, and one of the things that I do in the mornings, I meditate, and sometimes I do guided meditations. And one of those guided meditations invites you to connect with yourself in the future. And the idea is that by connecting with yourself in the future, that you are able to kind of see what you look like and see how you turn out, and then that can sort of give you clues as to how you can be now in order to reach where you are in the future. And I just started thinking about this whole idea, that whole idea of there being parallel universes and all that kind of things. And I thought, well, what if there's another universe where there's a Taiwo who's just about to turn 50? And so I decided, well, why don't I tell her, give her a few notes, and so that will help her along the way. Things that I wished I knew when I was turning 50 that maybe would have made the last few years and some of the challenges that I went through a little easier. And so, notes to my 50-year-old self was born. And so I'm going to do this. I will try and do this every day for a little while and see how that goes. I'm not going to make any promises, but I will try and do this every day. It won't necessarily be at this time. Like I said, for some reason I was moved to go live really early this morning. But I'm going to start today, obviously. And today's note to my 50-year-old self, or the Taiwo that was approaching 50, today's note is just remember that you are magnificent. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is that, it doesn't matter what age you are, we go through challenges, but something happens in midlife, and especially with women, and I speak as a woman, and especially with all the hormonal issues that happen, and all the changes in our body, all those kinds of things. And something happens so that these challenges feel different, and sometimes they feel bigger than maybe they did when we were younger. And it creates a lot of doubt, and a lot of fear in some cases, fear and anxiety. But one of the things that I think it is really important to remember is that even when you're going through that you are magnificent. Now, when I was thinking about sharing this and the idea of saying you are magnificent, which I do a live every Saturday on Boss It Live TV, which is coming back this week. And one of the things I remind the people that I talk to on those lives is that they are magnificent. But it's a big word. And it is really, it can feel really loaded. And even for me, that I think that, that I say to myself, you are magnificent, it feels loaded. So I was minded to go and have a look at the dictionary and have a look at what is so difficult about owning that word. And magnificent in the dictionary means extremely beautiful, impressive, great, wonderful, excellent. And what's wrong with owning your beauty, owning your excellence, owning the fact that you are impressive? And I'm not talking about your outwardness. I'm not talking about the way you look. I'm not talking about what you do. I'm not talking about how you do it. I'm talking about who you truly are. I'm talking about your essence. And your essence is magnificence. And that is what we're always striving towards. We're striving towards connecting with our essence. And sometimes what we do is that we allow what is going on outside to determine who we truly are inside. And that can be really hard and be exacerbated by external challenges. So my first message to my 50-year-old self is that, yes, it's going to be challenging in the same way that life is challenging. And yes, the challenges are different because we're going through our 50s. But one thing that you have to remember as you go along is that you are magnificent, and own it. That's it. You are magnificent. Own it. Hold on to it. when things are going really bad, or when you're feeling really anxious, or if you're feeling any of those negative feelings or emotions that one goes through during the 50s and menopause, just remember you are magnificent. And when you have triumphs, and when you succeed, and when things are going well, remember that you are magnificent. It's that simple. And that's all I'm going to say. And now I'm going to sign off now. That's today's message for you here on my Facebook, and you listening to this. If you're listening to this, remember you are magnificent. I will be back tomorrow with another note for my 50-year-old self. Until then, I will see you. Thank you for watching me, Taiwo, from the New 50, where we believe that everyone in midlife deserves to live their next chapter with confidence, with authenticity, and without worrying about what others may think of them. Take care of yourself, and bye.